Okay, it is time. In this video, we're gonna be getting into the interior, scuffing up the whole thing. We're gonna paint it inside of there, all that kind of stuff. But first, we gotta jack this thing up, get it off the ground. I wanna put it on our blocks we have. That way it's a little bit higher, a little bit easier to access. I'm not leaning over quite as far to try to get in there and do all the stuff we're gonna be doing. And that should be much better to try to work on things. So let's get it up in the air and get started. Okay, a little bit of ring around the rosy with the jack, and we finally got the car up on the blocks. I got the jack stands under there for just like a safety measure. They're not really holding anything right now, but we do have the blocks under there. We're a foot off the ground, lots of room and the ability to just go in right here, do what we gotta do here, scuff up stuff and paint and all that stuff. So that's gonna work out great. And yeah, one other thing. I had started the car up to move it around in the garage a little bit to get it a little more centered into the garage, and we have another coolant leak. Like, I don't know where it's coming from. So while we have this thing up in the air, I'm probably gonna have to start it up again and see where this coolant is coming from, because right now, I do not have a clue. It's rather frustrating to continually have these coolant leaks, but we'll have to get it sorted out. If you watch the video with the tune, which if you haven't yet, I'll link that up top, but we're gonna have to change the thermostat back to the OEM one anyway, so perhaps once we're done with all this interior stuff, we'll just go through, do that, and we'll get the, I guess the coolant leak fixed and get the thermostat changed out. But first we gotta figure out where it's leaking from. Anyway, we started this video up about the interior and I'm not changing it up now. So we'll worry about that stuff later. We gotta get all this stuff out of here, this wiring and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do the trunk first. We're gonna sand it all down, epoxy primer it, lay down some electric blue paint in here and make it look nice, and then we'll sound deaden it and do all that stuff. So we'll work from the back to the front, getting this thing looking nice and good. This is all for the horn and all that stuff. I'm gonna hit the breaker there to cut the power to the whole car. And now we can just kind of move things and get wires out of the way and do what we gotta do here. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and pull out all this stuff. And I've already got the amps and all that stuff out of here, but we got to get this rack out of here. I don't think anything is still hooked up as far as like the stereo and stuff like that goes. So we'll get this top out of here, bottom out of here, and all this battery stuff, and then we should be good to go to start working on the trunk here. Okay, we got everything that was in there, kind of like just crap, really dust and debris and whatnot, vacuumed out of there. Now we can start sanding it. We got most of the stuff out of here. Let me show you. We got most of the stuff out of here. I sprayed this black stuff in there a long time ago just as like a temporary fix for what I was trying to do back here. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna sand everything in here, get it, I'm not sure if we're gonna go down to bare metal or not, but we're gonna scuff it up and get this black stuff off of there in such a way where it'll last a while. But yeah, gotta scuff all this stuff, sand all this stuff, and yeah, I won't show you guys all that, but then we'll lay some, I'm gonna put some plastic over this part back here. We'll cover that up so the stuff's not traveling to the front of the car, block off all these little holes everywhere, and should be good to go. I'll jump back once we have some more progress with the plastic and all that stuff, but for now, we have an empty trunk. So I got a little bit distracted here because some new vinyl showed up, and this is the old interior pieces. I wrapped it in this like psychedelic material, and I'm just not a fan of it anymore. I'm not really sure. It just seems kind of gaudy to me now. I don't know, but yeah, I want to change it up a little bit. So this piece here pretty much matches the valve cover as far as like how much metallic is in it, and so I wrapped this piece in it, and I think it looks super good in here, and so I'm going to order some more vinyl in this color, and we'll rewrap the whole interior at some point. But yeah, got a little bit distracted, but onto the sanding. These little sandpaper discs that I had for this grinder were just not doing the trick. They were working, but they just didn't last long, and I only had a few of them, so we had to do a couple store runs. I got some new sandpaper. I was cutting it up to put it onto the little pad there and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I just started diving into this thing. Didn't really check back in, but got the plastic up there. That wasn't really, like, I just hung it up there. It wasn't really that big a deal. And so I just started sanding on this thing and getting what I could get done. Get this light here. It is going to bare metal in some places, which is fine. I'm just going to scuff the whole thing up that way, just trying to get that black paint out of there. Now that, you know, in hindsight, this probably wasn't the best idea. I probably could have just touched up the like rough spots that was in this thing that I was trying to just cover up temporarily till I could get to it and fix it. But anyway, yeah, we're here now and we got to take care of it. So it's coming off pretty easy though, because it was just like some spray paint stuff, some like Krylon or whatever. And so yeah, not too big a deal. It's just very time consuming. My air tank is pretty small, so I'm using this air sander here, and it just takes forever to sand it because it doesn't hold air very long. It blows through the air pretty quick, so I have to like stop sometimes and let it like rebuild air pressure and all that kind of stuff. But the wife is home early from work, so I'm gonna go inside and take care of her, because if you guys are just joining or you missed the live we had like a week or so ago, I am going to be a dad, and so I have been taking care of the wife. She's been pretty sick with the morning sickness. It's been morning, day, night, just all day. So I'm taking care of her, doing what I can to help her out. And so she's home early, like I said. And so we'll go inside, take care of her this evening, get some dinner going. And yeah, we'll come back out here tomorrow, take care of this trunk. Hopefully I can get the rest of this thing sanded down and we can get the epoxy primer on there and all that stuff. That would be fantastic. But yeah, we'll have to wait till tomorrow for you guys, a couple seconds. But for me, see you tomorrow. Okay, we're back out here. It's the next day. Let's get back to this. Some more sanding. We got a lot more to do here, so let's just dive in. Hopefully we can get this stuff done and get some primer on there. We'll cross our fingers, but we'll see. This is taking a lot longer than I thought I was going to. So we ended up going to the scuff pads by hand here, and this is where it takes me a lot more time because I see a lot more things. I'm looking at it a lot more closely, and so I just end up scuffing and scuffing and scuffing. Ended up getting in the trunk here, was in there for a couple hours, probably more, honestly, just scuffing up everything around those strut towers, everything on that back wall, all the bracing and everything, just trying to make sure I get everything scuffed up in there. This is all just very tedious and super time consuming, and this is where it starts eating into the hours and I lose track of time. Okay, it has been literal hours. Let me show you where we're at. Okay, so we've got everything back here from the strut towers forward, completely scuffed, ready to go. Got down here along this way, mostly scuffed, ready to go. I still got to work on this bracket right here. It's super tight in there, but I'm kind of regretting this decision of putting that black paint on there. But yeah, this is very, very time consuming. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to the primer or not today, but I'm gonna keep pushing, keep trying, but we're almost there. We got a majority of that stuff off of there. There's just some tight spots I gotta scuff up. I'm scuffing all the way up to like the top right along here. We're just gonna cover it all and see what we can get, but got these things out of the way as well so I can kind of like tuck them to the side so I can spray up under there. But yeah, just trying to do what I can and scuff up everything as best I can. This is quite the undertaking, but we're getting there. Oh, man. All right, I think, hang on. This has taken, as I've said, a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but we got this thing all scuffed, all prepped. Let me show you. But first, I gotta do something about this. All right, it might not look like much, but this is hours and hours and hours of sanding, scuffing. My hands are done, but we got everything in here scuffed up. I did find a couple little rust spots, like right there and right over here. But yeah, as of now, everything is scuffed and good to go all the way up through there, all the way back into there, all the way out to right here. I gotta scuff, oh shit, I gotta scuff the back of this thing right here. And then I'm gonna take the tail lights out and all that stuff so I can get access to right here. I gotta scuff up that tail light still, but this one here is done. And so we'll take this out. I got new pieces here to pop in for the tail lights to screw into. So we'll pop those out, put in the new ones and all that. But yeah, we got everything in here that I know of taken care of. I've done all I could do. Now we just gotta clean it with the wax and grease remover like I said, and then we can lay down the primer. But I just don't think I'm gonna have the time to get it done today. I wanna do it all in one go. I don't wanna have to wait and like maybe have to scuff up the primer, all that stuff again and all that. I don't wanna mess with that. So given that I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get it done all in one go, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. As much as I wanted to get it on there today, I just don't think I can. So yeah, I'm not even sure how this video is gonna edit. I apologize if there's no substance to this thing or whatever, but that was just a lot of tedious, long hour work. And so yeah, all the sanding is done. All we gotta do now is clean it, primer it, and we can go and do the paint and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much. As always, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.